Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago.
All right, there we go, man.
And he'll be upended at the
Damn, I don't know what's going
28-yard
on with
line.
this shit,
Just
man.
a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, man, cut it out, man.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
He stayed right with him, too.
Hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
High 7. It's first.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I can't believe they let you play.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Oh, my. Come on, Carr.
And third down is a key
Come on,
down
Carr.
in any game you play, and third down defense, something
Oh,
we got to
my
watch
God.
in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Damn.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
51. That's what I do.
Shoot.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
Go put it back,
They're
man.
able to strike first here on their opening drive. Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On second down now, it's Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Express.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Lamar Miller, 30, the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big gain there on 3rd and long. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, orbit.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Jay Haywood.
Mike's 50.
To throw again. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I missed my halfback too.
Start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and
Missed
suddenly
that halfback.
the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, you don't want to see 694.
Carr. High throw, but the catch is made. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
To throw, it's Carr. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check. 53 Mike. Check. 53.
Carr going to throw. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general
Face
rule.
mask.
What they're looking for
What?
now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And now it's Kessler. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, get in the weight room.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing again. Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
9, sweetheart.
29. Hey, Alpha.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go.
From the gun, it's Carr. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Nice. Good one.
10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Williams. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We go set. 18 Gator. Topper.
Now Kessler back into his end zone. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. A first down carry now for Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Get down, man.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Lamar Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Stop, you guys.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun snap, Kessler, and down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. Working from the gun, Kessler. And it's complete to Kelsey. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Kessler. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tahir Whitehead has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. From the shotgun, Kessler. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Oh, a little 360.
All day, baby, all day.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
Into heavy
I don't.
traffic, and
Carr's
it's
a fucking
intercepted.
bum, yo. He always hanging the fucking ball, man.
And he's able to get
Damn.
back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Take go.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 36, Kessler, he sets to fire.
Good shit. I didn't even know where the fuck he was at.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good, and that'll make it 17-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Big start.
5.
53.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's Carr to throw. He's going deep for... He's got a man. Complete. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown.
Yo, Fly Guy, what's going on, baby?
78 yards.
Trying to
The
get this
Raiders
W
able to
here.
extend that advantage.
Oh, my God. Yo, did you get 2K?
It's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's
Trying
go.
to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And the Raiders
Let's go.
are in for 6. Touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Back to the air. Kessler after the pick 6. And the Raiders have got him. Tahir Whitehead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Kessler. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught.
How do we beat the
inside
D?
30.
Dang.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 7:34.
Switch. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike's 50. Mike 29.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now Carr.
It's just me.
It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Carr. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You want it, eh?
Mike 50.
Yeah, you're mine.
50's to Mike. 50's to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Now Carr again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Lamar Miller, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Let's
I heard
go.
Coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
I didn't call.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Looking to throw on first is Kessler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I don't think you got it, son.
Final play of the half. It's Kessler. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something
God, these
more
face
important
masks,
than it
same
actually
damn
is,
dude.
right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
you're gonna do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
What, man?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. Monday.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Miller. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr on the right side. This is Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Carr now on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
6-man. Express. Check cross. Mike 50. Raider 9. Mike 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Carr now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Kessler, man open left side. It's Williams.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Kessler throwing now to the right side. It's Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. From midfield, here's Kessler. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his second, 3rd quarter in Indy. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And some space here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lamar Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Watch tight end.
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
22 yards there, a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now a throw for the old Kelsey is complete.
Man.
Well,
What's the flag?
Get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Never, bro.
With his second touchdown of the game.
I don't give a fuck what that motherfucker do in real life.
His guys are back
Hell
with a
no.
single score. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more
I ain't that
interesting
real,
here
Truth.
in this fourth quarter. Now
Man,
after the
man, it's a
touchdown,
fucking
here's
shootout, man.
Butker on to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, 59 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And
That's a yeah. Matter of fact, I think I did read something about that. Said you got to treat him differently, or something like that. You got to treat him like a star, or something like that. Yeah, I think the Raiders. I don't know what the circumstance of the situation was, but I kind of feel like they kind of overreacted. Yo, Kings, man, what's going on, man?
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out
Nice
there
throw,
and get it done
man.
again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 44, Kessler. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Kessler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
What they mean, no suggestion?
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Nice one.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
93. 93. It's 5. 50. Mike 50. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
To throw again. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Down. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. Later on. 180.
On 1st down, Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
93. Smooth. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Express.
Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Throwing now is Carr. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Drop deep, drop deep.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Check my 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On third down, Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Kessler, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
Yeah, he can't catch a break, man.
Carlson on for the PAT.
He couldn't catch a break this one.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Williams loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back.
Bro, I don't understand what's going on with this punt shit, man. My fucking meter's not showing up at all.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
Yeah, it definitely was up until the 4th quarter. It was over with after that, man. His guys didn't really respond right.
To feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Kessler. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up.
Definitely a much-needed game, man. Sucks on his end, though.
His man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Let me hit him up.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
All right. All right. We out of here, y'all. Peace.